God sent Samuel to go anoint a son of Jesse, who is the father of David, to become a king of Israel after Saul was rejected by God, because Saul disobeyed God, so God rejected him. So when Samuel went to the house of Jesse, Jesse sent his firstborn, Eliab. And Eliab was very handsome and very tall. And the Bible says in 1 Samuel chapter 16 that when they came and he looked at Eliab, he being Samuel, when Samuel looked at Eliab and thought, surely the Lord's anointed is now before the Lord. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look on his appearance or on the height or his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord does not see as mortals see. They look on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Samuel saw Eliab and immediately assumed that just because he is handsome, just because he is tall, just because he is in the mind of Samuel the perfect candidate to be king, so that is who God has chosen. But God told him that no, I do not judge by human standard. So what us humans see as perfect before God is not, because God looks into our hearts to determine if we are qualified for something. He doesn't look at how you look. He looks into your heart to determine and to choose you and to qualify you. So going on further, all of the sons that came before Samuel, God says that no, this is not the one. And someone told you this is not the one. And then someone asked Jesse, do you have any more sons? And he said, yes, I have a son. His name is David. And he's in the desert taking care of he's tending the sheep in the valley. The funny thing is, Jesse didn't bring up Samuel until Samuel asked him, which means that David was kind of like forgotten. He was kind of like in the background. He was the one taking care of the sheep. He was the youngest, so of course he was made to do all the chores. He wasn't his, usually when a good thing is coming in the family, your parents will be like, oh yeah, my sons, call all the children. But no, Jesse did not call David and say that, oh David, so there's a Samuel is anointed for a king. No, he waited till Samuel asked him. He didn't remember that he had a son. He only remembered that he had a son when he was asked. So when David came, this is what Samuel said. Samuel said this. Samuel said to Jesse, are all your sons here? And he said, there remains yet the youngest, but he is keeping the sheep. And Samuel said to Jesse, send and bring him, for we will not sit down until he comes here. He sent and brought him in. They did not sit down, which means they were standing outside or wherever they were and waiting till David come. David, the chosen one, the one that God had chosen to be the king of Israel. They all stood there, and before David's brothers and father, Samuel anointed David. And immediately when Samuel anointed David, the power of God came mightily upon David. The power of God filled David up so much. He was filled with the power of God. He was filled with favor. He was filled with so much spirit. The Spirit of God came upon him immediately because he was the one that God had chosen. God did not look at the fact that, oh, he is young. God did not look at the fact that, oh, he's just a little boy. No, God looked into his heart, because when God looked at David, God saw a great man. God saw a man that he could use to grow Israel, a man that is qualified. Which goes to show that God only qualifies the calls. When God calls you, he equips you. He equips you with his spirit. He equips you with his power, so that you can go out there and do what he has called you to do. He doesn't think like us humans. Us humans judge by our appearance. Okay, I'm going to